Hey guys, so I'm going to make a video and I really want to talk about this because there's been a lot of changes going on with social media. We got a few things in the news that are happening. The TikTok ban is right around the corner and it's looking pretty much like the Supreme Court's going to uphold the ban. Now, if you guys have ever watched any of my videos where I've talked about TikTok, you know I'm not a fan of it. Okay? You could go back in my videos and see why. Okay, it's not good for kids. It's very bad for their brain. The TikTok challenges, there are kids that have died because of it. The 2 minute attention span, from this scrolling to do for hours watching videos. Kids can't concentrate on a book. It's a soul sucking sorcerer, and it's not good for their brains. China doesn't have the app like that in their country. They have educational things and stuff. If they thought it was, was truly good for people and kids, they would have a similar type of app there. But the ones they kind of plug everybody else, is, you know, not good content. It's not good. I'm not saying there's not good content creators that put some kind of good and some kind of light in there, but there's still a mix of a lot of things that can be very harmful. The TikTok ticks was a big one. You can look it up all around the world. All these young girls started getting tics and Tourette's from using the app. It became a huge phenomenon. Suicides have been massive. There's a lot of bullying on the app as well that is, they don't do anything about it. And I don't think they want to do anything about it. But no matter what, Congress, bipartisan, agreed it needs to go, or be bought by an American company. They're not going to sell it though. They're sitting on a gold mine with TikTok. They're not going to sell it. Um, and of course, they've been trying to say freedom of speech. It's like, yes, but national security trumps that. And there's a lot of harmful things that can be done with that data and stuff. So there's that going on. And, the downside, though, unfortunately, of the ban is a lot of, like, say, young people that have put their whole identity into it could become very, throw them into a deep depression. There's a lot of things that could happen. You've got little kids with a million followers, and it's their whole life. They've made it their whole life, and then it's like a toy taken away from them. What's left? Okay, and this is why we should never let it in. But alas, here we are. And the other thing that's going on is Mark Zuckerberg, the reptile. He's doing away with the fact checking. He's going to allow hate speech. He's basically bent the knee to Trump. So what's going to become of Facebook? And then he even within his own company did away with DEI. So yeah, he was threatened with prison for the rest of his life. So of course then oh shit, he won. Well, I better go over there and become friends with that. Let me give him $1 million and let me make a few cool moves that'll make him happy. He bent the knee totally. you know so now what's going to become of that? My kind of prediction on things, so this is what I want to talk about: the spiritualist in social media. Especially for those who are spiritualists. I know there's a lot of people, and I hopefully am one of them, who wants to kind of put some good out there, some light out there, help people, give guidance. Being a reader, I do this every weekend of my life on a regular basis. I've done it for many years. Um, Doing that as well, I want to definitely help people, help put them in a better place than when I found them. That's always going to be my object, my goal in giving readings. I still want to do that. But at the same time, what I kind of feel is going to happen is there's going to be a lot of people that are going to start pulling away from the major social medias. It's already happening on X. They're gravitating to Blue Sky, for example. They're like, I don't want to deal with the negativity. I don't want to doom scroll. I'm exhausted. This is not good for my mental health. Okay, there's that. A lot of people felt that negativity over at X. I want to get away from it. Okay, and there's already people pulling away from major media news because it's not good for their mental health. It's like Dr. Wayne Dyer. I was watching a video of him on YouTube, something he said, and that he didn't watch the news, and he said, if the news is meant to find me, it will. And I thought about that, what he said, and I'm like, that's really powerful, you know, and stuff, because it's kind of like, say, when you plug in, you're going to watch your news, you're going to follow on some things. It's like an assault on the senses. It can be. It can be very negative. And so, we think about how we have to protect our energy as a spiritualist. We want to keep the vibration high, and these things can bring people down very, very low and stuff. So, what I kind of think is going to happen over time is that people are going to be like, you know what, you know, I'm going to get away from this fear mongering that, like, say, the major media tends to do and feed, and they've been doing that for a long time, and even social media with all that negativity and stuff, and they're going to be pulling away. And I think, though, but they still want connection, community. Maybe they found a little nice soul tribe, a group of spiritualists that are, on the same frequency as them. And I feel that little communities in little areas are going to form, so people can still have connection with people that are on their same frequency, but they can avoid the assault on the senses that some of the major social media does. It's already happening. Blue sky is, there's still a lot of politics, so if people don't want to deal with politics stuff at all, blue sky, then maybe my, and stuff might not be for them. But I feel like little communities are going to form online that are going to be more purposeful, that, nope, I just want to focus on some positive, some more optimistic things, good, clean energy. I believe for many spiritualists, that's what's going to happen. That they're going to be like, I'm aiming for 5D consciousness, and this works against me. Okay. So I feel like that's going to happen. More people are going to be pulling out, and there will be still people who remain, you know, on some of it because they will still want to put the light, but they may be very limited in their time and energy. Like, okay, I'll throw up a few positive things and I'm out and I'm reading a book. Okay, I'm going to go meditate for a while. I'm going to go outside and connect with the earth, but I feel like, there's definitely an energy that is being called for people to unplug and also even connect in communities. There's also, if you care about climate change, you're probably watching the fires in California. We don't know if people started the fires or if it's climate change. It's really weird. It starts in the winter. But, connecting with certain things to help the earth, spiritualists, we should all be doing something in that. Like, I just recently joined a local kind of climate change thing in my area. I still have to kind of connect with them, but I've kind of begun the process. We should all be doing something for the earth in some way. And then also, you should, meditation communities, getting out there, go sit with people that are meditating. It's like when I was in meditation class last week, I was with a small group of people and we were kind of listening to a podcast that was being headed. And so we were all kind of in meditation listening. And one of the things the lady said was, do you know how very few of people on this planet do this, where they just will sit for a moment of time and just have peace, quiet, and silence? Very few do this. And when she kind of said that, my mind kind of was like, yes, so many people distracted, looking to be distracted, externalizing everything and neglecting their inner world. So I feel like another thing that is going to happen as people begin to pull back, pull away, and say, I'm done with this negativity, they're going to start working on their inner world. Now, unfortunately, it's not all of them, but there are, I feel like more people, more awakenings are going to happen, and more people are going to be like, I need to take care of my inner world, and I want to connect, spiritual communities. I want to get away from this energy that is just not conductive to my mental health, my mental well-being, and my spirit. And so I do feel, and even I looked up, I saw an article after Mark Zuckerberg did his thing where he's got his chain and he's got his perm and he's talking to us and we're going, what? Talking his shit. Um, there's been way huge searches that blew up on Google about people like, how can I deactivate my Facebook account? Massive searches on it. So there is an energy. People are like, yeah, there's just something that's not admirable about someone bending the knee. It's like, well, I can't trust that. I can't trust that. Nobody likes a sellout. Okay, nobody likes a sellout. There's another thing. Just mention, what is this all leading up to? You probably heard about things like transhumanism, possibly chipping us, and I definitely feel that's around the corner. Okay, some of this is boiling the frog. With already with certain things with social media, people are sensing it. A lot of spiritualists know it, and that's why they're trying to get messages out to people to enlighten them. Wake up, wake up, wake up, for fuck's sake, wake up. Go save yourself, save your soul. And then also, that's right around the corner where, oh, yep, put a chip in there. You could pay for your stuff with it. You could, regulate, your go to the doctor and get a scan. It'll scan your entire. They're going to have all kinds of things for that. That's all right around the corner, guys. And stuff merging with AI, uploading consciousness to the cloud, all that shit's real. That's really around the corner. Welcome to 1984. Now, there's two versions of 1984 you could have. One where you unplug and you could get to some kind of enlightenment and be free of all of it, you know, or you could plug into all that and your ass is owned, and so we got to think, and that's why I feel like there's going to be little communities coming together in the physical world, people growing their own in little communities because they're going to want to detach from the craziness of that. They're like, I'm not going to chip myself. I mean, damn, there's a lot of people that didn't even want to get the COVID injection. Are they going to chip themselves? But if they boil the frog enough and manipulate them enough, and especially if they're going to impact them economically, there are people who would give into it. But the spiritualist knows better that, oh, we see it around the corner and we're not doing that, over my dead body. Okay, let's pull some cards and let's see what spirit kind of has to say. But yes, we need, definitely, just like I understand we want to be informed, but at the same time, if you plug into it, it's an assault on the senses and everything like that. It really is. So we got to be careful what we feed our mind. You guys should be reading books. That's one thing I commit myself every night. I'm working on A Course in Miracles, trying to read a chapter a night. And I've been reading books for the last couple of years, like every night. I mean, I've got stacks of them. I put away a stack of this many I read recently and stuff, put them back on the bookshelf. Everybody should be have nose in a book and stuff. This is fucked with people's minds long enough and stuff. So I've got the card failure. Okay, yeah, I would say social media in very many ways has failed a lot of people, and stuff like that. Absolutely, absolutely. It's not been good to them and stuff. There's something connecting with others, meeting friends. I think that's all wonderful and stuff. But then there's this also negative energy and stuff that can be very consuming and externalized and stuff. Now with the Four of Swords, that is very often for me that meditation. Okay, we should all be unplugging and working on our inner world, working on meditating. I know it seems a little boring and distracting. Well, shut your phone off so it doesn't go ding ding and give you a dopamine hit. We got to get to silence, guys. We got to meditate and we got to get to some inner silence and peace. There's so much of an assault on the senses all the time and stuff and everything. But yeah, lust. Okay, we got a lot of people with lust for power. Elon's over there and he talks about freedom of speech, but if they talk bad about him, he removes their blue check mark. He's banning them. Yeah, free speech unless they talk shit about him. Okay, yeah, we got the game and stuff. Interference. Yeah, there's a lot of things interfering. Eight of Swords, the mental trap. A lot of people, how do I walk away? How do I walk away from all of this? Yeah, your mind's in a prison. That's what the Eight of Swords says. And, you know, I know we're kind of stuck with technology with certain things. Sometimes we have to utilize it, but we got to start pulling away, connecting with communities, going to meditation classes, going to yoga classes. You got to be doing this. Okay? Because they want to own your fucking mind. Okay? And I know that's no conspiracy, that's reality. They want to own your fucking mind, and stuff. They want to be able to manipulate you so you vote this way. They want to manipulate you so you believe this. They want to manipulate you so you do that. Okay? And you got to take back your power and stuff. Get out of the prison. It's time to escape the matrix and stuff. And then we got Eight of Pentacles energy. I know a lot of people have to use it for work, of course, absolutely. But still, when you come home, check out and stuff. And also science. We've got the Six of Swords energy. Moving away from troubled water is what that card is about. So yeah, I do think there's going to be an exodus of people, and especially, spiritualists will want to educate and help people in the awakening process and putting the good in the best of ability. But inevitably, when things turn dirty swamp, it's like, I'm moving out. Okay, I'm moving out. I'm out of the matrix. But that's why I think little tiny communities kind of forming all over the place is what's going to happen and stuff. As I say that, yeah, Chariot. There's a lot of movement. There's going to be a lot of people moving on and stuff. And I know it's like, what's going to be left? Well, you got to free your mind. A lot of changes coming with this and stuff. And so that's why, I don't want people getting sucked in, even further, where they're going to try to take everybody with owning, even your soul and stuff. So we've got the defeat card. Yeah, we got to defeat that. Okay. And the way you could do that, you got to free your mind and stuff. You got to free your mind and stuff. Now, I do have the outcome card, the Empress. A lot of women, goddess energy, love energy. We need the divine feminine because the divine masculine has been way too much. The devil and stuff. So I feel like women, of course, are going to be very integral, a part of it and everything like that, that nurturing energy. So, like, during this time, just like, just kind of think about, be conscious and aware and honest with yourself. How much time you spend, whether it's watching the news, um, every time, all this and stuff. Really become conscious and aware how much, you know, and everything, and what you're missing. Get books, read your books, educate your mind, feed your mind good, strong, powerful things. Work on your inner world, work on meditation, because you got to own and keep that inner world. And yes, we don't chip ourselves, of course not. Okay, that they would own you. Okay, and it's right around the corner, guys. You'll see. You'll see. Mark this video right here and now. If you, oh, here it comes. They're already doing it in Sweden, guys. They're already doing it. It's just a matter of time before it's offered to us. Okay, I do hope this helps.